The next thing to consider is safety. Now, if you're looking at an entire country, you may want to be more specific in terms of the city that you want to live in or the neighborhood that you want to live in. Hone in on those things because the overall country could have one safety level, but if you're thinking about moving somewhere specific, that safety level could be very, very different. So it's really important to understand all of the different various factors that could impact safety where you are specifically planning to live.
The thing about safety is that a lot of countries don't publicize their safety or crime statistics maybe in a fashion that you can understand. Maybe it's in a different language or it's buried somewhere, so you don't really get a feel for how safe a country is from a statistical standpoint. You may get a better feel by talking to locals or chatting with people in different Facebook groups, but still, even there are things that may be left out or that may be underemphasized or underrepresented. The safety aspect for us has always been one of those gray areas that is left up to interpretation based off of where you come from. And I'll give you guys a really quick story. You know, when you first come to Lisbon, there are a lot of places that have graffiti on it, really nice neighborhoods, but you will see walls or buildings that look abandoned and they will have graffiti all over them. Now, for someone that is coming from the US, we see graffiti and we think of that as being a very rough and tough neighborhood. But here in Portugal, it's actually a common thing. And some graffiti is artistic in many, many ways, but it doesn't represent that this neighborhood is a dangerous neighborhood just because there is graffiti on old buildings. The next and last thing to consider are the showstoppers for you. And these are the types of things that if you can't do them in that country, then you just cannot survive without it. And there are things like if you are into medical marijuana, if you like to carry a weapon in public, if you have a very strong stance on politics or vaccination requirements, if you love to protest in the streets, some countries may not be for you because they have zero tolerance for these types of things. And they may be something that you hadn't even considered thinking about until you got to that country and tried to pull it off.